boy howdy do game companies like to shoot themselves in the foot. Recently, it seems like every single game company is too busy trying to mess up the bag for themselves. If you guys haven't heard the latest tea or the latest drama, if you will, Helldivers 2 is currently under a lot of scrutiny. Sony is trying to make it so that every player on Steam on PC has to link to a PSN account, and people are, in my opinion, justifiably annoyed. It's been 3 whole months since we've been playing Helldivers 2, and we've had a ball unfettered and undisturbed, but Sony wants to come in and ruin all of that by making sure that we connect to their infrastructure, to their network, and I think that's a load of bullcrap. I would like to make one thing clear. This is not Arrowhead Studios doing. This is from their publishing company, Sony. This is a directive from Sony. So I don't want any hate directed towards Arrowhead. From what I understand and what I've seen, they are an amazing developer. So no hate towards them. All the hate towards Sony. Sony can get the smoke any day. But basically, this is how it goes. Due to a technical issue at launch of Helldivers 2, we allowed the linking requirements for Steam accounts to a PlayStation Network account to be temporarily optional. This grace period will now expire. It goes on to say, account linking plays a critical role in protecting our players and upholding the values of safety and security provided on PlayStation and PlayStation Studio games. We'll get into that in a second. As such, May 6th, all new Helldivers 2 players on Steam will be required to connect their Steam account to a PlayStation Network account. Current players on Steam will start to see the mandatory login from May 30th and will be required to have linked Steam and PlayStation Network accounts by June 4th. Now, to be fair, this requirement was always there on the front page of Helldivers, saying that it required a PlayStation Network account. However, in a frequently asked question page, the question was, do I have to sign into PSN to play PlayStation games on PC? And the answer was, signing in to PSN is optional when playing PlayStation games on PC. That was before May 3rd, as this person on Twitter discovered. After May 3rd, do I have to sign into a PSN to play PlayStation game on PC? Some PlayStation games may require you to sign in and link to an account for PSN. So there's clearly a little bit of shadiness going on Sony's part. Not surprising at all, to be honest with you. And as you can imagine, this is going over as well as a wet fart in church. The Steam reviews as of recent are all negative. And I think this is justifiably deserved. For whatever reason, I can't imagine. I have theories that maybe like PlayStation and Sony want more accounts to get onto their network. Maybe their quarterly report is coming up and they want to like kind of inflate those numbers. Maybe they just want your data like they usually do. They want your data for what games you play, what's your trend, so they can manipulate and use that data. I can't say because it's not really out in the front in the open and everything like that, but I mean, anybody could make any number of guesses that would probably be true when it comes to Sony and the shadiness that they do. Remember I said we were going to get into that security portion of that announcement? I want to get into this one review that I found particularly interesting. This Steam user says, yeah, I'm not linking my account to PSN. April 2011, hackers access personal data of 77 million Sony PlayStation Network users. May 2011, personal details on 25 million Sony online entertainment customers stolen. June 2011, Sony Pictures website hacked, exposing 1 million accounts. November 2014, hackers steal 100 terabytes of data from Sony Pictures. August 2017, hacker group accesses Sony social media accounts. The list goes on and on. I could read more. It's ridiculous. The point is, Sony does not have a great track record at all. I specifically remember that 2011 summer, there was craziness going on with the Sony hacks. Literally, Sony was down so bad that they offered us not 1, but 2 free games if we were affected. That's insane on Sony's part. So for them to say that it's a security issue is a load of crap. That is the farthest from the truth. And if you're going to tell me that you believe that, go lick their boots some more. And don't just take my word on this absurdity. In fact, there's a lot of people that have spoken up about this situation. Pirate Software, who's blown up recently and is a game developer himself, had some thoughts on this as well.
You see pretty quickly that the player base is not too happy about this. I expect this to get much worse real fast. Yeah. I can't believe they did that. That's the dumbest thing I've seen a company do in a while. Wild shit. And to be real with you, the only reason that's happening is not for security. That's happening because PlayStation is the publisher. That has nothing to do with security whatsoever. You do not gain inherent security by tying this to a PlayStation Network account whatsoever. That is not inherent security to do so. If it was, then other PlayStation games wouldn't have as many cheaters as they have, which they do. So this is nuts, dude. Like, yeah, it's a negative. No. Do you think they'll revert this? Unlikely.
And some people are going to say, and I've already said, oh, just link your PSN account. No, that is the stupidest thing ever. These companies keep trying to get away with stupid and shady things all the time. Enough is enough. So people complaining that review bombing this is a bad idea because it hurts Arrowhead. I'm sorry, Arrowhead, but Sony, you probably don't even like it either. The CEO of Arrowhead already came out and apologized and said he was trying to work on it. But the problem is Sony and these big companies that think they can just get away with whatever because the audience, the public, is gullible. They will put money down no matter what. And I think we need that to stop. We need to stop spending our money on these companies. We need to review bomb them because this is our protest. This is our stance. We take a stance. We hit them where it hurts. It's bad press and probably going to lose them some money, which they were earning, dude. This game is so incredible, and yet they found a way to screw it up for everybody. I think the outrage is justifiable here, and I think we should continue to boycott things like this because it is ridiculous what these companies are trying to get away with. I forgot to mention that a PSN account is only available in 69 countries. That means that people that aren't in those 69 countries will not be able to play Helldivers 2 anymore. Now, I mentioned that I wanted to talk about another game, and that other game is Escape from Tarkov. Battlestate Games, the developers of Escape from Tarkov, shot themselves in the foot recently by doing another shady thing. They were going to offer a game package worth $250 that had extra benefits that were already promised to the tier below them. They were already promised to a game package that was $140, yet somehow they wanted to take away those things, those DLCs that were promised to the Edge of Darkness, and people were pissed. And guess what? They had outrage, they boycotted it, they made their voice heard, and Battlestate Games walked it back. I'm still a little hurt with Battlestate Games, as I'm sure a lot of people are, but that is the power of rising up together and speaking with one voice. Change can happen, but we have to enforce things like this. We can't let this shit slide. It's this now. What are they going to do tomorrow if we let this happen? That's a bit of my piece. I'm out of here. I want your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this whole situation.